Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, and here we are discussing the financial basics, and in today's video we are going to discuss that what is inflation in very simple terms. So trying to give it very simple, by definition inflation just means that it is the general increase in the price of goods and services over a period of time. Or in other words, we can say that it is the decrease in the power of a currency. Now you will say that what does it mean, Saksham, exactly to have a decrease in the power of currency? So let me try to bring it to you in the form of an example. Take for an example, you had 1 lakh rupees in 1947. Okay, with that much amount of money, you could have bought more than a kilogram of gold. Okay, you could have bought more than a kilogram of gold. But in today's time, if you had kept those 1 lakh rupees under your bed since 1947, and then took out that bag of 1 lakh rupees and then went to the market to buy gold, then you would have just got 20 grams of gold. So this is basically the depreciating power of your currency. So this is basically what is called as inflation, that it is generally the increase in the price of goods or services over a period of time. Now friends, we will discuss that what are the reasons for inflation, because from a perspective it seems that inflation is a bad thing and that there should not be inflation, but it's not like that, friends. In a growing economy, there is generally inflation is generally inevitable, and it is a healthy measure. Like for example, in developed countries like USA, the inflation rate or the good inflation rate is approximately around 2%, and in countries like India, it is generally around 4% and some plus minus 1 or 2% here and there. So now let us try to understand that what are the reasons. So number one is the demand pull inflation. Now, what is meant by demand pull inflation? Now, demand pull inflation is when people generally have a lot of money in their hands, and but the supply is limited. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, let us try to example that all the bosses in the world are very decent and innocent, and they are just raising the salaries. So everybody is getting a lot of cash in their hands. So they go to the market and they can buy whatever they want. But obviously, the supply is limited. The demand is increasing, but the supply is limited. Hence, what will happen? The prices will start to increase. So this is called as inflation. Like this is how inflation happens. Or maybe possible the bosses are still those old school bosses. They are bad and they are not raising your salaries. But what is happening, friends? The banks are giving loans at a much cheaper interest rate. So what will happen? A lot of people will again try to take money, and again there will be a lot of circulation of money in the society, and hence again the prices will increase. Now, friends, reason number two is costful inflation. Like now, what happens is that this is a major dramatic type of inflation where what happens, your salaries are not increasing, but actually the supply which was earlier abundant, or I can say plentiful, has now declined. What do we mean by that? Like, for example, some environmental changes happened or some environmental issue happened, because of which now there is a lack of growth of some kind of vegetables or plants or whatever we can say. And because of which, suppose you are not getting the raw materials also. So that's when we say that the supply has declined, but the demand is kept constant. Okay, so that is called as costful inflation, because that at that time also the prices will increase. Okay, so basically the complete game is of supply and demand. Now basically, friends, one more reason is of government policies. Like now we should try to understand that what is government policy. Basically, friends, inflation can be up to some extent can be handled by the government of a country. Like for example, if government wants, then they can obviously change the rate of inflation in a country. Like basically the central bank of a country, like for example in our case in India, in RBI, it generally tries to control the level percentage of inflation. Like how does it controls? As I told you that banks generally do give loans. Now the central bank of India can decide that whether the loans should be given at a cheaper rate or a higher rate. If they are given at a cheaper rate, then a lot people will start taking the loans, and if a lot people will start taking the loans, there will be a surplus amount of cash in the economy, which again will what will it lead to? It will lead to demand pull inflation. Now there are other reasons also, like for example, if the government prints a lot of money, or if the government is taking debt, so again that way whatever money comes to the government, it's basically circulated in the complete society only. So that's how the government policies is also an important metric or we can say that the government policies are also an important measure of controlling inflation in our country. Now, friends, we have seen that what is inflation, what are the types of inflation, and we've also gone through that how is the inflation generally controlled by the government of a country. But let us try to understand now, friends, that how is basically inflation measured isn't it? Like it's obviously an important metric. Like how is inflation measured? So basically, friends, there is a type of index called as consumer price index. Basically, friends, consumer price index is a basket in which all the basic commodities which cater to the needs of a common man in a day-to-day life are kept, and their total amount, like suppose the price of X Y Z thing was something something something, and now they are totaled up. Now, whatever is that amount, it is scaled down to 100, and that 100 is taken as the baseline. Like in 2012, the baseline was 100. Now, what happens? Like in 2013, the prices inflate, and in that scale which we have made of basic level 100, that reaches 103. So what will we say, that how much is the inflation rate? We will say for 2013 the inflation rate is 3%. Basically, you have to understand that inflation rate is generally calculated in respect to the previous year. So if it was 100 in 2012, and if it's 103 in 2013, that it means that inflation rate is of 3%. So consumer price index is obviously an important metric. And similarly, if the prices go up to 106, 107, then we calculate it in comparison with 2013, and we then take out the percentage, because it's very important to remember that inflation is generally calculated with respect to previous year. So friends, this was the all basic about inflation, and in the further videos we will be talking about some of the advanced terms regarding inflation, like repo rates, reverse repo rates. Basically, we will understand that how the central bank of a country tries to control inflation, and what are the measures it can take to control inflation. So that is a very interesting part, and I want you to watch that video also whenever it will get uploaded. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, do subscribe it, and keep loving this content. Thank you guys. Bye.